So, how do you sell a lamp? You might think it's all about, brightness or how much energy it saves. But what if it's not really about the light at all? Today, we're going to deconstruct a product description to see how a few carefully chosen words can turn a simple object into a whole story about elegance, art, and even who you are.
It all kicks off with a question. This is the hook, right? It's designed to tap into that feeling we all get sometimes, of just being bored. It's not asking if you need to see in the dark, it's asking if you're tired of what you already have. And just like that, it sets up a problem that this product is perfectly positioned to solve.
And here it is, the problem laid out plain and simple. The issue isn't that your room is dark, it's that it's uninspired. The copy is suggesting that those generic, boring lamps make a home feel bland, impersonal. See, this isn't a practical problem, it's an emotional one.
Okay, so if the problem is a lack of personality, the solution can't just be, well, more light. That wouldn't make sense. So the narrative has to shift. It reframes the product, taking it from a basic utility and turning it into something so much bigger. A centerpiece, a real work of art. And just listen to the language here. It's not a lamp, it's a work of art, a conversation starter. This isn't about helping you see better, it's about you being seen in a certain way. It's selling an entire atmosphere, that soft, inviting glow, and the social boost that comes with having something beautiful and unique in your home. And now we finally meet the product, but even the name is doing so much work here. French immediately makes you think of sophistication, right? Floral suggests something delicate and beautiful, and pendant just sounds way more elegant than hanging light. Every single word was chosen to build up this aspirational story before you even know what the thing is made of.
But how does the description actually justify this huge promise of elegance? Well, it breaks it down into specific features. Let's dig in and see how each physical part of this lamp is used to reinforce that story of charm and sophistication. So, the description builds its case on these 5 key points. Each one is like a pillar holding up the whole idea of elegance. Let's take a closer look at a couple of these because they're pretty clever. This is just a brilliant way to show the strategy. That innovative double-layer structure, that's not just a technical spec. It's presented as the direct answer to all the problems of your boring standard lighting. Notice the contrast. On one side, harshness. On the other, beautifully diffused light. One-dimensional versus depth. It immediately positions this lamp as a clear upgrade, not just another option. Even the material it's made from is framed perfectly. The word premium tells you it's high value, durable and long-lasting makes you feel like it's a smart purchase, but then surprisingly lightweight. That addresses a huge fear a customer might have that it's going to be a nightmare to install. So the key takeaway here is it promises the feeling of luxury without any of the practical headaches. And all of these features, they're all working together to deliver one very specific feeling. The captivating French floral design isn't just about how it looks, it's about creating an emotion. And they tell you exactly what it is: romantic vintage charm. The product basically becomes a shortcut to getting that exact aesthetic you want. So after setting up the problem and running through the features, the narrative zooms out for its final ultimate argument. It's not about buying a thing anymore, it's about buying a feeling, an entire experience. This right here, this is the thesis statement for the entire product description, and pay very close attention to that word, invest. You don't spend money on an investment, do you? You put it towards a future return. In this case, the return isn't financial, it's emotional. That one word completely reframes the entire act of buying something. And what's really smart is the description even breaks down how this investment is going to pay off. It gives you this simple 3-step journey. First, elevate your design. Second, create a sanctuary. And third, tell a story. This makes that abstract promise of an experience feel totally tangible and achievable for you, the customer.
And this is the final promise. This lamp becomes an extension of your own identity. It's a lasting symbol, not of the money you spent, but of your refined taste. The product becomes a mirror, reflecting back the sophisticated person you want to be. Which leaves us with one last thought-provoking question. By breaking down this one example, we can really see how everyday objects are sold not just for what they do, but for the stories they let us tell about ourselves. So take a look around your own space. What story is your lighting telling?